currently, slated to be seeded against somebody who might be tougher than you, all these runners have time to really buckle down and improve their runs and see some cool upsets once we get to the bracket stage that we're not expecting.
Yeah, anything can happen. I mean, we saw just a crazy race right now. Like, I would have expected Stafu to win that. I would have expected it to maybe be close, but Hobbs putting on a good show there.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, really, just from the very beginning, starting from about the Frankie walk, it was pretty clear. Jay Hobbs he was moving more confidently. He was executing his tricks cleanly, showing us just exactly the level of play that we can expect out of him going forward. If he can just remember to avoid going to Forlorn in his future runs, I think we'll see a big PB out of him very soon.
Yeah. I mean, it is all in fun, but I really wish they had not done that, because that would have been a PB. I was feeling very excited, and it kind of killed the moment for me there when they decided to go. But I imagine, it's group stages, everybody moves on, so people aren't taking the group stage too seriously, and once we get to brackets, we'll see more focus in on actually getting to the end of the game.
Well, as a bit of a meme lord myself, I'll put a little bit more positive spin on it. Hobbs, with that level of play, if he can do that in a race, he can absolutely do it in PB attempts. So even though he didn't get the PB now, I think will be definitely getting it soon. So being willing to put his mark on this bracket and say, none of the rest of you guys went to Forlorn, sure, why not? No problem. All right, looks like we've got our commentators for the next race coming up soon. Should be ready to hop in here and get ready to throw it off to us for this next one. Definitely looking forward to a lot more Ori today. We've got 2 more matches coming up, and then there will be a break until this evening, and we'll have 2 more. And then tomorrow as well, jam-packed with races. I think we've got 4 more tomorrow, and then some more scattered throughout the week, yeah?
Yeah, it's going to be some really good Ori today. I believe the Speed Gaming channel is packed. Let me actually grab the schedule real quick. So we've got a bunch more Ori, and then Final Fantasy 1, MMX2, and then more Ori. So yeah, today's packed, tomorrow's packed, and just sit right here on Speed Gaming and enjoy the show.
Completely agreed. And if there's only one race you're going to make tomorrow, I would definitely like to recommend at 7 p.m. EST, Vulagen versus Elo Jiminy. That is going to be a absolutely amazing race. Both players, extremely good PBs and very, very close. I know they've both been practicing incredibly hard, getting ready to go into this one, because despite the fact that they, have to be seated differently going in, that, make no mistake about it, that is 110% anybody's game. It's just going to depend on who executes more cleanly and which one shows up a little bit stronger than the other one.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's going to be a very hotly contested race as well.
Completely agreed.
Just sorting things out. We'll just kind of chill out here and look at this beautiful overlay that Richard made. Hopefully watch some music. How you guys all doing today? Good day for Ori, huh?
I hope they're all sufficiently recovered after the shock of having to see Forlorn. Pretty much that dungeon completely worthless in every category except for reverse event order, where you're forced to go there for some reverse gravity shenanigans. But in the categories that typically get run, Forlorn Ruins is called Forlorn for a reason, because it stays very, very lonely.
That is for sure. There's some cool bugs with it, but they're only useful for some real shenanigan like stuff. Now
Welcome back, Trojan Dude.
Trojan Dude joining
us. What just happened there, Trojan?
A thing happened.
Okay.
A thing. We're just gonna leave it there. A thing happened. I think we're gonna leave it alone. I think it's safe to say.
All right, sounds good. So, Trojan, why don't you tell us about this match we've got coming up here?
So I think you guys harped on it a bit, but yeah, we've got Fant against Brynhold, and I got the pleasure of being able to watch both of their first matches, and dude, Bryn actually was able to pull out the upset against Raziel in the first one with just Raziel Spaghetti in the Horror Escape and stuff. And that was probably, I would say outside of this one, that was probably the biggest upset. So anyway, I think that this should be a good matchup. I know Fant's been improving. He reminded me earlier about his previous tournament race, which was his, I think, most recent PB, which was like 43 minutes. So he definitely has room to improve as well. So I think this should be a pretty close race throughout.
Yeah, this is a really interesting group. This was the first group to have an upset against the first seed. We saw one just now, but Brynhold beating Raz, as you said, puts him into first seed in the group. I think it's safe to say that he's going to be ahead of Fant here, but at the same time, Fant is one of the largest improving players over the course of the tournament. Since the tournament began 2 weeks ago, I believe he's beaten his PB by something like 7 minutes or something like that. Let me see.
Sounds about minutes. Right, yeah.
So we could see, leaps and bounds of improvement. His first race time was a 43:03, but, knock another 7 minutes off of that. Just go crazy, and he'll be right on par with Brynhold. So this is going to be an interesting race for sure.
Yeah, definitely, man. And, I think the cool thing with, I got to know Fant pretty well. I helped him a lot when he was learning the route. I helped him with some of the tricks, and he's definitely been picking up pretty well. I think he's another one of those guys, just like a bunch of the guys who have currently gotten 38s and 39s recently joined the sub 40 club, where I feel like Fant is going to get it sooner rather than later. He in his previous race, he had a really solid late game, and I think if he pulls out another one of those, he could possibly PB again in this race.
Yeah, we have seen a lot of PBs this tournament, way more than I would be expecting to. I think there's something like 20% of runs have a PB in them, which is just absolutely nuts.
Yeah, and I know I was talking with is it who is I think maybe it was, I forget who was coming with me on Thursday, but it was it's crazy. I thought with all the pressure situations that would be coming up with the race setting, that people would be making a lot of silly errors that they wouldn't normally do in PB attempts. But I think the opposite has really been happening. On top of the fact that we've had so many PBs, I think it's now up to 10, if I remember correctly. We've had so many that have finished within a minute of their PB, just like yours just happened earlier. So, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, and the stats sheet I had to make separate categories for people who PB'd in races, people who PB'd in races again, people who PB'd in races and then beat their PB offline after. It's it's absolutely. So, I think, it's mostly just because people are doing a lot of practice. They want to perform well in their races. So they're doing really good focused practice on parts of the games that they have trouble with. But also, you get into a really nice focused state when you're a little bit nervous playing Ori, and when you're not paying attention to your chat and paying a lot of attention to your splits. You just have the simple timer up and the simple race overlay. I think it puts you in a pretty good state to play Ori quite well.
Yeah, definitely. And that's the whole thing. And the great thing about Ori is there's no really individual level, so you can always choose to practice how you want to, whether that be certain tricks over and over and over again, or whether you want to do segmented practice of a certain split, or just do a full no reset run 3 times in a row, and you don't even care about what time you get. It's really up to you about what's the most comfortable for you to get that practice in, which I feel like is really awesome, especially in these Metroidvania style of games.
Yeah, that's for sure. Personally, I've had a really good time practicing no reset double jump to the end, just so I don't have to play Glades. I could highly recommend that one. That did wonders for me.
Oh man. I remember you telling me that the other day. I'm like, you know what? For as much as a lot of top runners actually, reset in Glades, it's probably a good idea, or else you'll probably tilt yourself off the face of the earth in practice.
Yeah, because the thing is, Glades, like, there's a lot of little things you do to speed up, and Glades deserves a lot of practice. But at the same time, there's like a 24-second interval while you're riding platforms in Black Root, sitting there, and all you can do is like pick up the orb and put it down. Like, there's nothing you can do. So in terms of practice efficiency, I do like skipping the old Black Root and Glades part, you know?
Yeah, definitely. I can agree with that sentiment.
So it looks like we've got the racers in the race room. We'll probably be getting underway pretty shortly here. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. This is going to be exciting.
Yeah, definitely, man. Okay, looks like we're unentering right now, so should be getting ready shortly. And I think in a match like this, based on what I saw from both Bryn and Fant in their first races, it's very possible for this, if there's no deaths, for this to be very close up through like Stomp. So I would look for that in this race as well. I know Bryn definitely has the better time as far as the late game is concerned. So we'll have to see if if it stays close, like as we get to Charge Flame and Valley and Sorrow and Misty.
Yeah, one interesting thing to note is that the rocket jumps that you see in the late game were discovered by Brynhold. He is the creator in part of the late game route, because he was the one who found exactly what happened to cause a rocket jump. We had seen it a couple times before, but it wasn't well investigated, and unfortunately we had done it in places where there was a roof, so we didn't quite understand that you could jump from the bottom of a valley to the top of it with them. But yeah, that's quite something.
Yeah. All right. So looks like the race is starting to count down. So we should be getting this underway on the stream very soon here. So good luck to both of the racers. And man, I if this is anything like the Red Rum versus Isaacs race we got on Thursday that I had the pleasure of commentating, this is going to be a barn burner, because it was incredible. Like, up until Isaacs was like just having the biggest struggle of his life door warping, he was only like 15 seconds behind Red at Horu. It was like, and it was, he never really lost after he made that one mistake early on. He almost never had any mistakes behind there. It actually caught up a little bit because Red was just doing a bunch of more slower strats overall. So it was such a fun race to commentate. So I'm hoping for the same thing here.
Yeah, we'll see what we get here. Both runners having a similar quality. Brynhold's a step ahead, but well, we could blame that on the perhaps not quite perfect, but pretty much perfect sync on this stream. So we're both going to go grab Sign, and then we're going to plink away at some Frankies. One thing to note about how you shoot with Sign is you can either opt to shoot one shot at a time with a certain rhythm, or you can spam the button out. So we'll see what these guys opt to do here. The difference between the two is mere frames.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see. Okay, so both spamming, looks like.
Yeah. They're doing the one tap followed by the two spam twice in a row, which I think is a lot more runners nowadays are doing that one. I myself, I mentioned earlier in the race I was commentating with Tara, I shot pace all the time with Sign, and I think I'm one of only a few that do that anymore. A lot more people go for the spam setup.
Yeah, I think there's sort of a knack to shot pacing that's because back in vanilla we thought shot pacing was the fastest way to attack, but spamming is very slightly faster. Like, perfect spamming on that fight versus perfect shot pacing saves you something like 10 frames. So if people are going to learn the game, they're going to, well, say, well, I might as well learn shot pacing or spamming, because spamming is easier to learn than shot pacing. It's sort of a lost art in that respect. Yeah,
definitely. I have a lot of experience with first-person shooter games growing up. So the shot pacing is like one tapping. So it's like really, I guess it's easier for me to get a rhythm. And I just can't imagine like doing the scroll wheel stuff for an attack, or doing some sort of like mashing for it, it feels awkward for me, at least personally.
So we see a little bit of difference in the runners coming out early. Brynhold just managing to have a smoother grab of the first keystone, essentially, and that lets him take a bit of a lead here. They're still very close to each other, but this is kind of the story that you would expect to have to tell this run, is that Brynhold is going to save time here and there, bits and pieces, and then slowly edge away from Fant over the course of the run. So we'll see what Fant can do to try to keep things close, but, no shame in getting edged out by a faster runner. Like, I would just be looking for Fant to put on a good show and maybe give us another PB. I think his current PB, if I'm not mistaken, is 43.03. Wait, no, he sent me the splits. He's PB'd offline. It is 43.03.
Yes, it was. Can confirm 43.03.
All right, so that's actually a PB in his first tournament race.
Yeah.
So we'll see if we can have a repeat performance from Fant, and he can manage to do that magic once again.
Yeah, for sure. I think coming up at least the area that I think Fant could maybe get some time back in is BRB, because even for the more experienced runners, you can still do some you can still mess up in that area, and so it's very easy to gain some of that 10-15 seconds back on some mistakes. So that's why BRB, we always bring it up, but it's really warranted, because no matter how auto scrollery it does feel like, there's a lot of area to mess up, and you can lose a lot of time in there, especially since you can't dash in there, and it's all cycle based.
Yeah, particularly the land right at the bottom of BRB. I'll make a grunt of disappointment when we get there, because so many runs have just died in those spikes. Even though you're on a cycle and you have time, it's still really tough. So both runners just proceed across glades here. I don't think there's been too much of a difference opened up on the way out of wall jump. Fant had a pretty clean pass going up, which is it's trickier than it looks. We may only have one ability, but moving through this section efficiently is not that easy.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it looks like there's about maybe 10 seconds between them currently.
Yep, Fant getting the save anywhere started. Brynhold moving into Blackroot. So, as noted, this place is on cycles. The cycles begin as soon as you enter, so you do have to have clean movement from the very beginning, or you will run into some troubles. Brynhold looking just fine in that regard.
Yep. And funnily enough, when I was learning the run, I actually never came here in my casual playthrough, so then I was learning about the cycles and the orb movement while I was learning the speedrun. I'm like, holy, this is harder than it looks. We're all here, especially this lantern section, which you can see. Yeah, Brynhold just unfortunately died in. Yeah,
it's rough. You're so slow, and I mean, I say you're on a cycle and you can wait a little bit, but you can't necessarily wait too long if the slime and the horizontal shooter don't agree with each other. Brynhold actually... Does he have the fast platform cycle? That looked a little slow.
Yes.
He has
good.
it. Okay.
Yeah, he's good.
I was confused with the laser cycle. Meanwhile, Fant getting through their first try, and he's waiting for that laser, but it doesn't matter. He has the fast he just missed the fast platform cycle waiting for that top laser, so he's going to be waiting 8 seconds, but I think he still made up some time, given that Brynhold died there. 1 cycle back is not as bad as a death.
No, I think it was maybe about a 10-second loss versus a 6-second loss. That cycle's a bit faster than the rest of the cycles, I think.
Yeah, something that doesn't quite become apparent when you're just watching is that those 3 lasers fire at different intervals, so I cannot blame Fant for waiting at the top and not going through the fast firing laser immediately and making sure that he was going to live. Because living is really the hardest strat to pull off in Ori, and it also saves the most time.
Indeed, yeah. Especially when you get to the later game parts where your safety saves are fewer and far between, and it really hurts to ever die. Especially, I think one of the biggest time losses in the early game you can have is actually when you're doing the key dupe, because at the end it's such a small nook you have to jump in. If you miss that, you just wasted about 25 to 30 seconds of platforming for pretty much nothing, and it really sucks.
Yeah, the kind of progression through the game is sort of interesting. Like, we have the early game here where they don't have much energy and they're slow moving around, so saves are few and far between. So dying is painful because your saves are few and far between. And then later in the game, we have sections where you just can't save during the duration of a trick because you need certain enemy positions which aren't retained by saves, or they block you from saving or something like that. So once again, dying is painful because you can't save right before things. So I guess what I'm getting at is dying is rough.
I think that's the case in a lot of games, but especially I think in any sort of platforming game, it really it's really unfortunate. And as we can see right here, Bryn is just starting Frankie Walk and Fant is leaving BRB. So there hasn't been too much separation between the two. And this is what I kind of was saying is like I feel like up through Stomp, this might be a pretty close race overall. I know Fant's been doing a lot of offline practice for like his segments and stuff. So I think as we can see, it's starting to pay off a little bit.
Yeah, so both players in the Frankie Walk. No mishaps from Bryn. We'll see how Fans goes. Bryn actually gets the bonus energy, so you get up to save after the door here. He does. It's a wise choice. It's unlikely that he's going to die in this part, but it just takes a load off your mind. You can say, well, I'll die here.
Okay, this is absolutely fine.
Alright, so that's why that safety save is good, because sometimes you try to go ride a Crusher down into some spikes, and it didn't kill him, but...
Alright, that was one of the hairiest things I think I've seen in any run, but he didn't die, I think.
Whoa, Fant got an energy too. This RNG is crazy. He's gonna save as well.
Dude, that is, oh, by the way, so that is a 10% chance for that Frankie to drop an energy. So they just got a 1% chance in the race. Like, that is unbelievable. That is unbelievable RNG.
Yeah, that's when you're that's just crazy. Yeah, that's just crazy. All right, so Fant coming down into Grotto here. Brynhold progressing through the Grotto himself. Slight lead opening up for Brynhold over Fant, but it's very close. Very clean early game from both of them so far. And there's a little bit of death there from Brynhold. Not a big deal though. Those spikes hurt, but your save is right there, so no big deal.
Yep. Yeah, that's the nice thing about putting our Ghost Store in some places. Like, there are areas like after that one, the one at the second part, like right before the second mini boss in
Fant! Ouch!
Fans. Yeah,
he was trying to damage boost down to 1 for the Ghost Door, but he those stupid spikes mess with your jumps pretty badly, so his jump just came a little bit short and he unfortunately took a death. But his save was at the top of Grotto. It's not the worst time loss. It's painful, but oh my gosh, Bryn.
Oh, this split for both runners has been super spooky.
Seriously. Alright, we'll see what Fant opts to do this time. I never saw if his UI turned on. Yeah, he must be at 2 health. His damage boosting down to 1. Cleanly this time. And Ghost Door going off without instant. Bryn now going on to Grotto Skip. That's a couple misses, but that was either second or third try, so that's a pretty good Grotto Skip from Bryn. It's definitely a difficult trick.
Yeah, I don't know. I know Bryn is on pretty good pace, I think, compared to his PB right now. I don't know where Fant is in general. But I feel like it's on. Well, actually, let me.
Yeah, I've got Fant splits up, so I can tell you he's about 10 seconds behind his PB right now.
Okay.
Interestingly enough, he was tied at dash and then only lost 10 seconds to that death. So his PB had a little bit of getting to double jump as well. But from looking at this, he had a very nice late game in his PB. So we'll see if it picks up for him there. Maybe he's just more comfortable after Bash in this run.
Yeah, and that's something that I mentioned in the race I was commenting earlier as Gel and you, is that for newer runners, it can be really hard to adapt early on because you're literally just jumping and dashing around. But when you get Bash and you have that free form with that ability to be flexible and adjust to the terrain as needed, it makes the adaptation a lot more straightforward. Oh, good. Fant realized he didn't have Rekindle, so he saved himself right there from the boulder cutscene.
Nice. So Brynhold's heading on towards the Ginso tree. First, we've got to jump up this tree, grab this ability cell, which we will need for charge dash later. And then he's got to take a little duck into this cave and grab a teleporter, which we'll need to come back to at the end of the game. Getting the nice cycle on these spinning spike arms of death here so that he can pull the rock out and sneak in the top with a crouch dash. And then he'll be on to Ginso shortly. Fant, meanwhile, picking up the water vein. So a little bit of a lead opening up for Brynhold with that Death Fant hook in Grotto, but basically keeping pace aside from that.
Yeah, definitely. And another thing about, well, you'll see sometimes, depending on, throughout the run, depending on where the runner's at and how many health they have, the reason why that pull-out strat on the rock works is because when you actually crouch, you're pretty much turning Ori's hitbox in half. So not only does that help you from avoiding some enemies behind some like little ledges, but it actually allows us to make Ori's hitbox small enough in order to fit in that little gap right there, which is why that strat actually works versus having to pull it all the way in.
Nice movement from Brynhold through Ginso so far, playing it nice and safe, making the jumps, not going for any nutty quarter gamer cycle skips. He's just bouncing along through here. Doesn't die to the spider shot. Fant's going to be grabbing the teleporter as well himself. Brynhold coming up on a brief respite in the run. He gets to just do this puzzle room. We don't have any way to speed this up in this category, so kind of just hang out. He's going to dance around on that top platform for a bit while he watches the spitter slowly shoot another shot at this portal.
Oh, so I just noticed something that Fant just did that I don't think he did in his first race. He actually learned how to do the damage boost through that slime right there, right before Ginso. I think he killed it in his. I think he killed it in his PB, or in his previous tournament race, aka PB.
Well, there you have it. Like, you know, improvement happens very fast. Like lots of these runners, new runners, learned the game just because of the tournament in cases, and have just been improving unbelievably quickly.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, he unfortunately takes a death right there, so he has to enter and exit to fix the camera. Because we cutscene glitch right there, you have to exit to reset the room. It does save glitching a lot of the time in this game. Oh, he's having a little bit of problem right here with the slime. Oh
God, what a jerk that slime is. So yeah, Brynhold made these rooms look easy, but they're not easy.
No, they're not.
You can die, and it hurts a lot. Brynhold's grabbed Bash now, so kind of running away with this one. Oh, his Fant takes another rough death, and yeah, he's got to fix the camera again. This is why dying in Ginso sucks so much, because you have to keep fixing the camera on every death so that you can actually see once you climb up a little and it's not getting pulled down into the lower cutscene. Now Brynhold doing the redirector puzzle. He's coming up on the key dupe soon. See how aggressive he opts to take this key dupe. I don't know off the top of my head if he goes straight for the fall into the spikes. I think he does, but we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah. Because there's a couple different ways you can go for the aggressive one. There's the one where you like bash it kind of like to the left a little bit and you fall right in. No, he's not. He's doing the slow version where he adjusts with.
Yeah, this is wise.
Yeah.
Alright, so he's got his keys. I believe he got a rekindle off, so everything is nice and safe. And he's going to pick up these 4 keys once again, and then head on to the second mini-boss again. So Fant approaching the first mini-boss, waiting for the spitter to finally open up and open the door for him. Looks like Brynhold... I can't tell if he got the hyperspeed or not. It's very hard to tell.
Yeah, I don't know if he did the jump in time, if he did actually get it, so he had to run through that normally.
Yeah, nice really nice experience grab on the second mini-boss. That's actually deceptively different, because the experience flies out in a random way, so he managed to double bash into it just as it was popping out of the mini-boss and sort of minimize that effect to some extent. Now he's going to be doing core skip. Just wants to get this top right red frog to open the door for him, and he's going to kill it and level up. Blast both sides of the core open. So really clean from Ginso. Hello. Really clean Ginso from Brynhold. Now the Ginso water is clean, so clean Ginso too.
And I don't know if our guys in the truck can actually maybe confirm something, but I believe Bryn might actually be ahead of his PB right now. I'm not sure, because that's pretty solid pace through there. I think he might be, or if he might be really close.
Yeah, we can see his timer is red, but it's been red since wall jump because of, you know, tournament config stuff. So that's just how it's gonna be. So we'll get the lowdown on the stats pretty soon. Meanwhile, Fant, let me check up on him. Yeah, those early deaths in Ginso cost a fair bit. So he is a minute behind his PB now, but definitely for a race, being within like 3 or honestly 5 minutes of your PB is honestly pretty good, because this game can kill you, and it can kill you a lot.
Indeed. No runner is safe from the embrace of all the enemies and spikes and lasers of this game. So Fant's coming up, just about to start his key dupe right now, while Bryn is about right. Fant just he found the broken section of the spikes right there, so he's fine.
Nice.
He did not actually damage boost. I think that's the one time where he's a little sad to probably not do that. Oh, now this Keystone's trolling him. All right.
All right, so we have the lowdown from our stats guys. Bryn is 34 seconds ahead of his PB on the Ginso escape, so beautiful pace out of him. It's really incredible to PB in a race. It's even more incredible to PB in a tournament race, and especially as your time starts to get lower, like Bryn's, gets more and more difficult to put on impressive runs. So great pace from him so far, so we'll be looking to see if he can keep it up, or if late game tricks are going to just drag him down into the depths of despair.
Yeah, definitely. And Fant got his key dupe perfectly fine, so he is ready to go into the second mini boss and subsequently into core skip. So after that first room of Ginso started giving him problems, he's actually had a really clean rest of Ginso. And if I am looking at this correctly, he still might be on pace to be ahead of his PB at the end of Ginso escape. So he's on good pace right now.
Yeah, it's possible. You can there's definitely like lots of room to catch up. I mean, he was behind at Bash, but that was such a rude dash that frog on
Wow.
He dashed the frame he bashed, and it reset his bash invincibility and killed him.
That was so awful. Like,
oh no, he's
no.
dying again. If this was me, I would be. It's a good thing you have your mic muted during the tournament, because if this was me, I would be unimpressed right now.
Being at one health in this room is terrible. Actually, being at 2 health in this room is terrible. Just being anything other than full health. He did it again! Oh no!
Meanwhile, Bryn's doing I like that strat he does, a cool dash glide out of the 5th energy cell. So he's got the 5th energy, so he's gonna saves later on, so that's good stuff. Meanwhile, Fant looks like he's got core skip this time. Get that frog. Yeah, get him. And he'll be leveling up safely now.
Nice. Very good. And Bryn's been having a really good time of it so far. He's still blazing through right now. And coming up on Charge Flame, now he's going to be entering Valley here in a second. After we say hello to our good friend, the Hollow Grove Spirit Well, which we will subsequently be saying bye to because we don't care for it this run.
Yeah, this is where you're supposed to come at the very start of the game before we did all that nonsense with Blackroot and the Frog Walk. You're supposed to come here and then sign tells you, oh no, the forest is drowning and burning down and everything's terrible. But it's a long cutscene, so we're just gonna skip it and move right along. We already know sign, we already saved half the fort.
Yeah. And funny thing, even when you do, it gives you an option to skip the cutscene, but it's still slow because just waiting for like sign to look up at the tree and then like, and then showing you how the map works after. It's like, all right, man. We got it already, dude.
Yeah, there's like 3 cutscenes there, and it's like signs flying map. Okay, here's the Ginso tree. Here's Forlorn. Anyways, Brynhold on really great pace right now. He's 40 seconds ahead of his PB, coming up to Fast Stompless. Honestly, he could miss Fast Stompless and still be ahead. That's how good his pace is right now.
I know, yeah. I don't even. Did he go for Fast Stompless in his race last time? I'm not remembering.
Man, I do not remember, but we'll find out right now. He's not going for it.
Nope.
Probably, you know, the wise call. Like, I imagine he probably just decided he wasn't going to go for it in races. Oh, oh boy, he's at 1 health. Those are spikes. Don't get hit. Don't get hit. Okay, we're good. We're good. That's tense.
Yeah, that's the nervy thing about air dashing around corners where there's spikes on those corners. Like if you mistime it, you're in for a bad time.
All right, don't get hit by the bird. Okay, good. The save's off. I've had some bad experiences in Valley.
Yeah. I can tell you from my previous race against Adriel, I had a bad experience in Valley. That was the time where I bashed directly, or I stomped directly through the bird. It was great.
So we got a bit of the lowdown. Brynhold does do fast stompless in PB attempts, but he's opted not to do it in races just because it's more consistent. Or maybe he thinks, well, I don't need to go for it because I'm so far ahead, so he's opting not to do fast stompless. So he lost a little bit of time against his PB in that valley, but it was clean overall. So honestly, the difference only changed by 6 seconds. He's 34 seconds ahead of his PB still. Even after his PB does fast stompless, it didn't. So nice job from Bryn.
Oh, you know what? I think. Wait, Bryn got the 5th energy, right?
Yeah, he did, but that save. He won't be able to save in Sorrow, maybe? Because he replaced that save. He might have done that to heal. I'm not sure. That could have been intentional. I think that was probably intentional. Oh my gosh, that bird got so close with spikes. Nice second try Sorrow from Bryn there.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. And Fance now coming up to the Kuro cutscene skip here shortly as we return to Iceless section. Let's see if he can get it.
There, Bryn just checked his energy, and kind of Ben went down and got it. So I like these decisions from Bryn here, like saying, okay, I have 2 energy, so I could not safety save, or I could go get the energy and safety save, and that safety save just got so much value. That's like a minute plus
what?
With like
dude, this frog just does not give any cares right now. This guy's like,
No
oh, you're
mercy.
across the map off the screen. I'm just gonna like op sniper you to the face with my fireball.
Dude, nice pace from Fantier. I honestly was distracted by Brynhold's screen, but given the pace that he moved through Grove, I think he had to have gotten Kuro cutscene skip there. I didn't see an Angry Bird, so I'm pretty sure he's just rocking along here right now.
Yeah, definitely. And he's coming up to Sunstone right now. Interesting use of charge dash. He charge dashed to a position that was about, I'm gonna say about like 10 pixels away from the cutscene trigger. So that would have been awkward. It's fine if he does miss it, because you can actually go into all the way up there where the Sunstone comes out, and then you can walk back to drop a save and still get the Sunstone, and it's totally fine. It's not like it's the end of the world.
Yeah, and energy in this part is not a big deal. You can do things a little bit faster if you don't waste any energy. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Because we're going to get an energy refill right at charge jump here, so it's like, yeah, we don't need to save half a second by going nuts and charge dashing through these spikes, because that's spooky as heck anyways. Brynhold killing that slime, that's actually a nice little subtle point. As you go into charge jump, you can opt to kill the slime or not, and if you kill him, you can charge dash earlier on the way out. If you don't kill him, you can charge dash to him on the way up, but that has some problems associated with it, so Brynhold opting to kill the slime. You know, despite a couple errors in Sorrow, Bryn is now over a minute ahead of his PB, so continuing his amazing pace, and he has 5 energy too. I can't remember if his PB has 4 or 5, but since he has 5 energy, he's basically able to make a safety save that wherever he wants in Misty and not be subject to any bad deaths. So I am looking forward to this PB for Bryn here.
Yeah. A lot of people that I've noticed would have taken the 5th energy as they've dropped the save at the start of Misty, which Bryn is also doing, and I think that's such a good save, because
yeah, it's very nice.
Yeah, this section of Misty, while it looks really clean and smooth most of the time with all the charge dash canceling and stuff, Ow.
He took 3 there, so this is why you have that save, because now any hit will kill him. And this part's very scary because you could say, well, you have 4 health, so you can take a spike hit, so why not save after the spikes? It's like, well, there's no ground, so okay, putting another save. I like this decision. He still has energy even. Oh, right, because he didn't do a uncancelled charge dash across the rocket jump. So yeah, energy for 2 safety saves and getting great value out of them. So this is a nice, safe Misty. It's like a death. Will be rough, but it's only going to be rough in the sense of 15 seconds, not a minute and 15 seconds.
Yeah, definitely. And so Fant is now going to Sorrow Bash right now. He had a pretty clean Valley overall. He also doesn't go for Fast Accomplice, which is understandable considering his PV. He doesn't really need it. Bryn pressing the bash button for a little bit of visual swag as he was going into the climb.
Oh, he just barely bonked that bird. He's got to save up close though, so this is good. Wait, did he not pick up the energy crystal the second time? I think we might be. Okay, it died. We'll find out this time. That energy crystal's still there. Man, get the energy. You need it.
Yeah, he didn't realize it. Unless he'll figure it out in there and he'll do the slow strats.
Yeah, I'm hoping that he will not float or rocket jump up to the top of Sunstone and then realize that he's out of energy. But maybe I didn't see if he took like a save on the spirit well. It might not be that bad. That was so close.
It was so close.
Fant, you can do this. This is the one. I can feel it right here. Bird position's good. Bird position's wonderful.
Oh! No! I think he's bashing that bird just a tad too far to the right, so he's not getting a good bash angle, like to get up there.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a deceptive thing here. Is that okay, there, we got it nice and clean. Angling the bash straight up is actually the best thing you can do. Okay, he just checked his UI after getting into Suro, so he now knows he only has 1 energy. So we're gonna see how he adapts to this. There's a safety energy he can get, and he only has to do 1 rocket jump for the route. So we're gonna see what his choice is. But if this is tough to work with. This with very low energy is tough to work with because he's got to use a charge dash to get through this laser, and he can't save first. So he's got to just go for this, I think.
Yeah.
Inching up, and he's in there. Okay, he can save after he gets out of the laser area. It's treated as unsafe, and it doesn't let you save. I don't know why. It's not like these one-shot lasers. So yeah, you can. Oh, he's
going for it. All right.
I guess he wants to keep his energy so that he can save at the top. So I think he's just going for no save Soro. This is a nice aggressive adaptation here. No save Soro, and then he's gonna float to Sunstone, and he's gonna use his last energy to level up at the top.
Yep. I saw him actually practicing
That's really
this.
nice.
Yeah, very good job from Fan. That was a really sick adaptation. I saw him practicing this area earlier, so right before the race started. So I think the practice is paying off right here. That was really clean from Fan.
It was a little rough getting in. Like the Sorobash took several attempts, but once he got in, he didn't die. And I think he would have definitely wanted to take safety saves if he had energy, but he didn't let it get to him that his energy was low, and he just proceeded on through Soro. Meanwhile, Bryn is tearing up the late game. No major mishaps in Misty that I could see. And taking safe, not going for the Yoka cycle, that's perfectly A-okay, and he'll be off to get Light Grenade pretty soon. Looking like...
Oh, beautiful.
That was a nice rocket jump. Got 1 energy left for this cutscene skip, and potentially I'm getting word that he could save a bunch of time on this split. So this minute ahead pace he's been keeping could suddenly be 2 minutes ahead. We'll get the lowdown once the stream catches up a little bit.
I please tell me if I stand corrected, but he's on sub 35:30 pace right now. I think, I'm pretty sure he is.
Okay, so about a minute and a half ahead now. So yeah, it's possible. We'll see how Door Warp goes. Door Warp has often sent its regards to many a good run.
All right. He's so far clean through there as Fant just got charge jump, and he's about to leave Misty right now.
Yeah, Brynhold doing the Indiana Jones escape. Low charge jump, but he
doesn't
get the backup. No! He's still ahead. He's still ahead, but that hurts. with the force of a wall collapsing on his face, he is slain and thrown back to Light Grenade.
I wonder if he'll make an adaptation and make a safety save right before the Indiana Jones boulder on this time.
Yeah, that part was honestly pretty spooky. Like, getting the charge jump correct there so that you do not bonk the wall and instead are able to grab the wall is definitely non-trivial.
Yeah, he did drop it, okay.
And of course he gets the jump perfect.
Yeah, that's what you figure happens. Yeah. Oh, all right. Nice rocket jump from Fant right there. It looks like he's making quick work of Misty at the moment.
Yeah, I would expect... You only need 1 energy after this part, so I'm expecting to see him save here. Okay, he doesn't. He's at 3 health. This is a little bit scary because these spikes will do 3 damage. But
yeah,
maybe he's just delaying the save until the Spike S part, because that's maybe a bit spookier.
Yeah,
we'll see
he might
what
be saving it to after this cutscene. I actually saw Jella do that earlier today. Oh, rip that swarm.
Can't see a swarm.
He still hasn't saved, so he's just going through here, guns blazing.
Dude, he doesn't care. He's gonna do some uncancelled charge dashes in the climb. He's like, man, Sigma, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't need that save. 3 health's enough.
Oh, that was a trash
Oh
bash.
boy.
That was another trash.
Whoa. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, uncancelled charge dashes. There you go.
Woo!
Save half a second. Woo.
All right, Bryn's at door warp. Let's see if he can get it first try. He is on incredible pace right now. If he gets his first try, he can probably do the thing and
So
get
can
the PB.
Can he hit up on the right frame? He can.
Woo!
Wow.
All right.
Yeah, this is potentially. Wow, how long does it take here? Like 2 minutes? I don't think he can sub 36.
That's gonna be a low
After that death of
36.
a light grenade, yeah, he can get a low 36, which is still a PB. 48 seconds ahead, it would appear.
Anyway, just right before we get into there, just to give an update on Fant, he got the first keystone area really smoothly. He's coming out, going down to where the final keystone is. So he is, I'm pretty sure he's like blazing against his PB right now. I think he is about 30 seconds ahead of PB.
Yeah, he might be ahead. I have his climb split being 34 flat, and he's definitely more than 47 seconds, 48, blah blah blah, ahead of climb now. So, and the way I'm seeing him do this Misty speaks to me that he's just practiced the heck out of this. Like, look at that mid-air rocket jump. He was doing stomp cancels through the laser part. Like, this is the face of a man who's gone into Misty and he's done an Isle of Misty and he's done another Isle of Misty like 5 seconds faster. And he's done that all day until you arrive at this, which is a really, really nice Misty, and I would say better than his time.
Oh, is he gonna go for boom, boom, boom? Oh, okay. Well,
he went for it, but he didn't get the charge flame time on the first guy, but gets a nice second cycle kill. It's a good adaptation there. Not dying or taking damage at all for the mini boss. So really, really nice Misty from Fant. Brynhold now just holding right through the last cutscene. So Brynhold's got this race. He's got a PB. Fant is really making up for getting pretty far behind at the start of Ginso.
Yeah.
And now his late game is actually spectacular, I would like to say.
Yeah, definitely. This is like a top runner style of late game right here. This is incredible to see from fans.
He stomp canceled again across that gap. That's amazing.
Good lord. This guy. Also, a big GG to Bryn for getting this PB right here. It's looking to be about like a 36, like 24 or something.
Yeah, he's got it. So nice big PB from Bryn in the tournament race. Fant, I think, can PB as well.
Yeah.
Well, I'll find out exactly how far ahead he is at Light Burst when we get there. But
yeah, so his timer didn't stop at a 36:29 officially from Bryn, and that beat his PB by about 47 seconds. So really, if he didn't have that BRB exit death, he would have PB'd by like easily a minute and 15, maybe even more. So that's a great job by Bryn to throw that out in a race. And now this is making me think like, he upset Raziel. He has one race left, and he could come out as the #1 seed when I don't think many people thought he was going to.
Oh no. He didn't get the cancel on that charge dash, so he didn't have the energy save. And that cutscene is unbelievably long, so he doesn't want to watch it. So he's gonna revert to this save.
Yeah.
There's energy in that room, but there's a spinning laser right by it, and it's really nasty. So reverting to the save is honestly probably faster than doing for that energy. So see if oh, he's low. Okay, good job realizing that and not charge dashing the spikes. He gets the cancel this time. Good job. Oh no, get the save off. Oh my goodness. That was tense.
Oh my
Wow.
lord.
I need to calm down after that one. That was that was something, right? Okay, actually, this is getting really intense now because he's about 10 seconds behind at Light Grenade, but I can see his PB split, and he dropped about 20 seconds on his Enter Horror split against his previous PB. So that means that we are still in there. We might be slightly behind now, but with a clean end game, Fant can do this and give us the seldom seen but much rumored double race PB. We'll see what happens.
Oh, he was gonna do the rocket jump, but he realized the bash was not correct, so he adapted, didn't go for it, and went the safe route with the charge
Yeah,
jump.
nice reaction there to not just rocket jump yourself into the spikes immediately. Takes the safety save before Indiana Jones, and then gets into Indiana Jones first try, so good job from him. He's now teleporting off to Horror. I think that puts him past the most likely place to die.
Mhm.
So, as long as he gets a clean Horror Fields here, it's going to come down to door work. Now, don't let that fool you, because Horror Fields is a very scary place with lots of lava and lasers, and you can definitely have a bad time in there, but looks like he's going along smoothly, collecting energy for more charge dashes, and just flying through these last few enemies.
Nice. Okay, there's only about 2 more things that could probably kill him. Is this, and also the Defender Baneling at the end right here.
Oh yeah, passes the Defender
Alright.
Baneling. Well done. He's just going to dump all his energy charge dashing over the...
I think he thought he had free energy because I saw him check his UI. I was like, wait, why did I not get that last charge dash off? Oh, wait, I don't have anything to use.
Okay, that was a very nice Horror Fields. He's 11 seconds ahead in Horror. And now we pray to door warp. Can he hit the right frame? No.
Okay.
One try. Okay,
Alright, come on, fan.
Come on. Come on, Fant. Oh, dang it. No. Don't rob me of this door warp. No! Come on. We can do this. Oh! Door
Come on,
warp.
fans,
Why?
I believe.
Door warp. No!
Oh,
Oh my goodness. Okay. We weren't ready for that other stream to cut, but Richard has fast reactions, so everything's okay now. And door warp
Alright.
is in there. Now we get to see double fan.
Alright, come on. He can still PB with a really solid escape, I think. It's going to be a small PB, but he might still be able to PB. It's going to be close.
It's going to be tough. I think at this point, all you can say is he has to do fish strats, right? I'm looking at his splits. His last split is gold. And he's a couple seconds behind it. So he's got to go fast, okay. Good first 2 rooms. 2 energy left, okay. 2 energy left. Gotta cancel off. I am on the edge of my seat watching this right now.
Oh,
Can't
same,
EPB.
dude.
I think he's maybe playing just a little bit safe, trying to finish it out. He has energy, though. I think that's a very purposeful 1 energy, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh, he needs to do this. Oh, it's gonna be so close.
Oh, he's doing it. He's doing it. He missed the double bash, but he's doing it. Fish is out of water. Fish is... What?
Fish is dead. Oh, no. He wasn't gonna
light
get the
grenaded
PB.
the fish and then died.
Oh, no.
Well, that was a good effort, fam.
It was
I
good.
really appreciate the fish strats. I was actually confused about what was happening there when he threw the light grenade because I forgot what they looked like.
Yeah, no, that was definitely a light grenade. Well, that was still, what a great run from Fant overall. No matter what he gets at the end right here, that was Okay. Wow, he really wanted to stomp on that log right there. Jeez. Let's see if he goes for it again. He is. All right, let's see if he,
okay.
he got the
Got
double,
the double
bash.
bash. I like the fact that he didn't back down. He's light grenade. Oh my gosh, he's making a statement.
Oh!
He's skipping fish strats. He's light grenading it.
Now I understand what he was doing. I said, "F your fish strats. I'm killing the fish that all you guys love and cherish." Like that is absolutely amazing. Man,
oh my gosh.
Please clap. Please
Oh
clap.
my gosh.
Oh man.
I didn't understand the first time. The second time, he gets it perfect for fish strats. He says, "No, I won't rocket jump. I'll kill it with light grenade." Oh,
right. Dude. But still, though, like, seriously, PB to Fant, he's going to be finishing within a minute of his PB. I mean, it would have been even closer if he got the first try escape. Like, what a great showing from Fant overall. Like, we almost got a double PB. That's how good this race was.
yeah, that was amazing. Great job from both runners. Definitely close to the dream of a double PB, but a PB from Brynhold, that's huge. I think sort of cementing the fact that he deserves to be the first seed in the group. Like, you could look at the race versus Raz as a bit of an upset because Raz had some, like, was ahead for a lot of the run and then died to fish strats in that race. But Brynhold putting on a very nice time here. Fant, get up. Hold right, Fant.
Fant!
No. Apparently, this is why we timed till last input, because tab back. Okay, I saw Mouse. You tab back in. Please go, Naru.
Fant, get up!
Oh no. Wait, he said in chat he had to go to the bathroom. No. Okay, well.
It's okay.
There we go. Oof. That was not the ending I was expecting. There you have it. 44-41.
Oh man, well.
I don't know what to say. About that. That was the fish light grenade. That's some style right there.
Man. You know what's slower than Naru jumping? Is Naru standing still.
We just found that out.
Yeah, we did. We did confirm that. So anyway, GG to both of the runners. That was a really fun race. Great race to commentate. Both of these guys put up a great showing. Sig, do you have any comments to close this out?
Man, well, yeah, that was a really good race. Stay tuned because right away we're gonna have Meldon versus Monkley, which is going to be a hotly contested match. Monkley would be on paper slated to take it, but we'll definitely see if there could be some kind of upset because anything can happen in a race, really.
I think what this has just shown already today is anything can happen. You know, we we got almost a double PB from this race. We had J Hobbs. I think it's safe to say upsetting Stafu before that, and I think there's still a couple of these races that could go either way.
Yeah, that's for sure. So we're going to step out. We're going to pass it off to J Hobbs and Tara for the next race commentary. So We'll just get them in here, hang out a bit, and then we'll be moving on to the next race. Let me just grab them.
All right. Yo, what up, guys?
How's it going?
Hello. Doing pretty good. How you guys doing?
No, not too bad.
Yeah. Also,
what a good race there.
Yeah, J Hobbs.
Yeah.
Also, congratulations on your win earlier, dude.
Oh, thank you. I was pretty happy with the upset.
Yeah. First seed, J-Hope's hype.
I thought for sure Steffi was beating me. Like I knew I was doing well, but I thought for sure he was still gonna beat me because Steffi was a really good runner. But
he is
I
a
just
monster.
got lucky.
It's scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just got really lucky and had a pretty good run. So
No meatball strats.
I did.
Yeah,
I did.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Oh no! Oh, I was thinking of the one where you climb on the wall and you use like the charge dash thing off the
Yeah.
wall.
Oh, that's slower than the
Oh, is it? Oh,
and charge jumping again. Yeah.
oh, okay, okay, good.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going
Come on,
to-
man. I got you, Tara. I'm not gonna be going for slow. Come on.
All right, well, I'm gonna step out. I'm gonna kick back and
Same.
enjoy your guys' commentary of this next match. So have a fun time. And,
Yeah, good luck to you
catch
guys.
later.
Good commentary, guys.
Commentary.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Have a fun time, guys. See ya.